playoff seed between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go, let's go! Ready, blue 80, back 25. 54 Mike. I'm here all day. Check, check. Ready to go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Base, base. I got one.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Just like that.
Ready to go. Ryan. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Greer. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Greer. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert 3. Check.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ready, black 25, 54, south, 54, south. Whip, 51. Hey, orbit.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Check.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
64, weak. He's coming.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the turnover, here's Greer. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 7.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blow. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back, even with just 1 throw.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, wahoo!
Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this to the other. Side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Base. Base. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Got to do better. Get up.
Ryan will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dontari Poe forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 59. Check. Come on, boy.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
White 25. 54. Gun. Watch the curl.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
22. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Hey, Alpha. 54.
Now it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Here's Olesen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Rolling to his right. He'll run it, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Brings up third and 8.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. But it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Mike is 50. Hey, South. 59. No gain on this defense. No gain. Hey, Mike 7. 59. Hey, wait. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Let's go, tackle.
On third and goal, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. Oh, a nice spin. Wright's got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Get the ball. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Hey, watch the lane. 5.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check big grip.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check. What's the eye?
Here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Ryan now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
To throw again, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Haywood!
First down, Greer. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. DJ Moore. 33 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
56 is my... Hey, Charlie! Hey, wait. Get up!
Now Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan airing it out. Looking. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, 59, ready? Go. 56, right there.
To throw again is Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd down and goal. Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Bailey got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Panthers. 55 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the ground, McCaffrey hurdles over him. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Greer. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 28 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 39. Slap. Ready to go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again, Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Wait. Hey, high 7. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
He's got a man complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
23 yards, the final tally. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the run, watch the run. 6 hit.
McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Greer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the play. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Now Ryan on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Ryan. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Ryan will throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Brings up second and goal from the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
61, matchbox lights. 51, sound. 53, check 53. Hey, shoot. Let him go.
To throw is Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready, ready. 60 or.
3 bud. Check.
Now a run with McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs.